Hi guys, Merry Christmas. I have been telling you guys that I am going to be doing a Q&A video for a hot minute now. So I have compiled all of the questions that everybody has asked me across all platforms. We're gonna do a little Q&A on this fine Christmas morning. I hope everybody got everything that they wanted and Santa was good to you and you weren't on the naughty list. I have been asked multiple times how I met Phantom and how long we have been together. I met Phantom about 4 years ago. They first came out to NPK to compete, and I met him then, and we were just friends for a while, and then we started dating. We have been together 3 years. Just about a couple weeks ago. We own a house together here in Oklahoma. He's been with me the entire cancer journey, and I can't appreciate him enough for taking on a sick girlfriend, because that is not really something you go into a relationship hoping, let alone knowing that that's what you're going into a relationship starting off the bat with. So appreciate him big time for dealing with me and all of my crazy for 3 years, and hopefully many, many more to come. Somebody asked, other than photography and racing, what other interests do I have? I am kind of a nerd. I like to scrapbook a lot. So I have scrapbooks made throughout my entire high school year, actually years and before that. I kind of have a closet full of scrapbooking supplies and scrapbooks, empty to be made, and ones that I have made in my past. Obviously, as you guys know, we don't get a lot of downtime. If we do, I do like to scrapbook. So that's fun for me. That's therapeutic. And it gets to incorporate some pictures that I take too. So that's always fun as well. Somebody asked, what is the weirdest tradition the crew has before big races? I don't think we have anything super weird that we do, but I mean, you guys have seen it before, I think in the 187 Farms channel, and I also think the 187 Customs channel. We, on Thursday nights, usually before races, we go and get pizza. That's just our tradition, Thursday night pizzas. I don't think we have anything super weird. Nobody does any rain dances or anything like that. But yeah, pizza. And we all love pizza. Somebody asked how I like working at 187 Customs. I absolutely love it. I am truly blessed to be able to work alongside my boyfriend and to work for Sean and Aaron. They are the most gracious people. We get to do some absolutely amazing things when we're on the road. It's just, I appreciate that Aaron really likes to do things when we are out on the road, so it's not just traveling monotony and that's it. She likes to go see the sights. We get to go to museums. We get to just do a lot of fun things. I'm super blessed to be able to have the opportunity to do that alongside people that I absolutely love. And a lot of people don't get to see things like this in their lives. They don't get to travel. Gotten the chance to go to Australia, which was my bucket list. That was the only place on my list that I ever wanted to go to. And I got to spend 6 weeks there, meet some absolutely amazing people. I got to see the Sydney Opera House, which was #1 on my list. Gotten the chance to go to Brazil and shoot pictures for an amazing track down there. Gotten to go all across Canada and have some amazing snacks. You know, I absolutely just love working for them. And on top of all of that, they are always super gracious with giving me time. I need it for my health. If I have any surgeries or doctor's appointments or anything like that, it's never a question asked. There's always time given to me to take whatever time I need for recovery, for surgery, anything like that. So to be able to work for somebody like that is few and far between. So I am super, super blessed to work for them. And that's not just me BSing anything. That is wholeheartedly the way I feel. I absolutely love my job. I absolutely love the things that we get to do, and I'm super blessed to have this opportunity. The next question is a three-parter. The question is cat or dog, beach or mountain, ski or snowboard. I can't narrow it down between a cat and a dog. I am just an animal person, period. If you put it in front of me, I am going to try to pet it. I don't care if it's a tiger. I don't care if it's crocodile. I am going to try to pet it. I can't make a decision there. Between beach or mountains, I would live on the beach. You can leave me there for the rest of my life and I will be the happiest person ever. And then ski or snowboard, I am way too clumsy to do either of those. I would absolutely wind up breaking my neck. I am very clumsy. So I would snow tube, maybe, down a hill. I'd probably still hurt myself somehow. But ski or snowboard, probably neither. If I had the chance between both of them, I would probably choose snowboarding, even though that one's probably harder. But yeah, that's what I would do with that. Question that many of you have asked me is how long I've been doing photography, what I shoot with, and what are my favorite shots. I have had a camera in my hand. I was that kid. I was the kid that would go to school with the disposable cameras and bring it to CVS and wait for a 1 hour photo to get developed. Remember for Christmas one year when I was in high school, I got a digital camera. I've always been the kid with a camera. Didn't step foot into race photography until about 6 years ago. It was just on a total whim. Y'all know that one of my good friends is Courtney Paulshock, and she is an absolutely amazing photographer. Her shots were just perfection. And once I finally started working for racers, I decided to get a camera and give it a shot. She has helped me grow so much as a photographer. I can never thank her enough for her answering my text messages in the middle of the night of between trying to figure out settings versus editing, and she's always there to help, and I can never thank her enough for that. But I just appreciate her so much, and her eye is just so good. She's just amazing. I wanted to have that adrenaline rush of taking a shot of a car going so many miles an hour. I sometimes go back to the first pictures that I've posted on my photography page and see how far I've come, and it's been a journey for sure. Currently, I shoot with a Canon EOS 6D, and the lens that I prefer to use the most is a 70 to 200 millimeter. Still suck at night photos. Night photos have never been my friend. I know this, okay with it, just not meant for night photos, and that's fine by me. I absolutely enjoy shooting drag racing so much. I never thought that I would be where I am today, being able to shoot cars that go by me at 220 miles an hour. My favorite shots to get will always be parachute shots. There's just something magical about parachute shots. And while they're not going by me at 220 miles an hour, it's just, I can't explain it. It's magical. I just absolutely love parachute shots. So that's pretty much my answer for that one. This one is another two-parter. I've had a lot of questions asking how my health is. Unfortunately, at no point in time am I able to say that I am cancer-free. I can say that I am a cancer survivor or a cancer thriver, but because when I had my double mastectomy, all of the cancer cells were not able to be cleared, I will kind of always have cancer, not be considered cancer-free. I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. Currently, I am thriving. I just had a bunch of scans last week, still waiting for all of them to come back. As of right now, I am thriving and I am great. I've had a bunch of surgeries this year, as you guys have seen, and my entire goal for 2026 is no surgeries. Manifest it, because I am pretty much done with surgeries. I don't think I can do any more right now. The second part of that question is asked if I have ever thought about stem cells like Sean and Aaron do. Yes. It was just not in my budget when I was diagnosed with cancer. I do think that if it comes back, that it would absolutely be something that I look at, depending on the form of cancer, and I would definitely look into it. But I'm manifesting that it never comes back and I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, I definitely think it would be something that I would be interested in doing. A lot of you have also asked how I got started in this industry in general. It's a little bit of a story, so bear with me here. I've never hidden the fact that I was a fan before I was a friend. I went second season of No Prep Kings to an event at Maple Grove Raceway in Monton, Pennsylvania. My favorite racer was Eric Bain, and all I wanted to do was meet him. The first day it rained. I mean, if you have gone to Maple Grove for NPK, you know it rains every year. I went, and he had just went up for a run, and I was waiting for him to come back. And there was some sketchy people wandering around his merch table, and he was only there with Manny and Ozzy from HPP. I waited, and there was some people wandering around that looked like they were about to steal some of his merch. So I kind of hopped behind the table, asked them if I could help them with anything. Wound up selling a t-shirt to this lady. When he came back, I told him, hey, here's your money. I sold a t-shirt because it looked like these people were going to steal it. Super appreciative that no one stole his stuff. Joked with them. I was like, hey, if you ever need a merch girl, give me a call. Becoming friends on Instagram with him, his wife, Manny and Ozzy from HPP. They came back the following year to New Hampshire, and they asked me if I wanted to come up and work merch, and I said absolutely. So I wound up going there working merch, and they told me, hey, if you ever want to work merch for us ever again, you're more than welcome to. Going to about 5 or 6 additional events that year. For Eric for about 2.5, 3 years. Eric got into a pretty bad accident with the Corvette he was driving during NPK, and just focus on everything there. And I wound up working for Sean Wilhoit. I worked with him for about 2 years, and he left the series as well. And then I wound up working for Kayla. I worked for her for about 1.5 years. And then after I finished working with her, I went to 187. So I have been in this industry since 2019, 2020. Absolutely love it. I was raised on racing. My dad and I used to love watching racing. Any type of racing that we could find on TV, we would sit and watch. So, but I never ever thought that this would be an industry that I worked in, for sure. I worked in hospitality for 20 years. I worked in hotels. I kind of did everything. I started at the front desk. I did accounting, sales manager, sales coordinator, wedding planner, and then I was dual property director of sales. I had 2 hotels. And prior to that, I kind of lived a bunch of lives. I was the manager of a storage facility, worked at a Walgreens. I worked at a craft store. When I was 16, I always thought that I was going to be in hotels for the rest of my life. I was okay with that. I loved working in hotels, and I had this opportunity and I couldn't turn it down. So I wound up jumping in both feet, and had you told me 7 years ago that this is where I would be, I probably would have laughed at you, because I never ever would have thought that this would be my life where I am now. A lot of you guys have asked where I'm from. I'm not from Boston. I am from New York City. I was born in New York, raised right outside of New York City. I'm not used to small town things. When I moved down here, Still to this day, it is very much a culture shock. I remember Aaron taking me to my first prom parade, which I never knew was a thing up north. Your parents drop you off, or you get a limo and they bring you to a huge convention center and they drop you off for the 6-7 hours. Down here, there is a whole parade where you have cool cars or interesting vehicles that you drive. People don't stay for prom here. There's a lot of things down here that I'm still not used to. Small town things still just baffle me. A lot of these schools, I know Aiden and Phantom and graduated with 25, 35 kids at max, still kind of getting used to everything down here. I feel like every day something new. I'm not used to people trying to talk to me in grocery stores and be nice. People up north are very abrupt, rude. You go do what you need to do and you go home. And that's not the way it is down here. Still getting used to it. A couple of you have asked about my schooling. I went to a performing arts college on Long Island where I spent 4 years, hoping and dreaming that one day I would be on Broadway. My dream of Broadway is still alive and well. One day I'll be back home and on Broadway. I love to sing. I was a singer, dancer, actor. Dance class. I started dance when I was 5 years old, I think. I danced all the way to my senior year of high school when I left. And then obviously I danced in college as well. Tap, jazz, ballet, acrobatics, belly dancing. I did everything I possibly could. I was a competitive dancer. We won multiple championships. I have done a little bit of everything, as you guys can hear. I also, because of my schooling, have been able to perform the national anthem many times for NPK or Midwest Drag Racing Series. Recently, I was able to do it for the Drag Illustrated Winter Series Snowbirds event, which I never thought I would sing again. The last time I really sang professionally was back in 2009. I sang backup for Jimmy Buffett's backup singer. It's a release party, CD release party out in Vegas at Margaritaville. It was really the last time I sang. I hadn't sang outside of the house. Phantom hears me sing all the time, in the car or whatever. I had not sang really in public since 2009. It has been fun getting to sing again and be able to perform in front of people. Sometimes it's a little rough, but I do still get nervous, very nervous. You guys usually see me sway back and forth and when I sing, and that's because if I stand still, I would probably fall over. I'm usually shaking very, very badly, so my way to exert that energy is me swaying back and forth. But yeah, so went to school on Long Island for performing arts, and maybe I'll do some theater around here in Oklahoma one day when we're home for longer than a month. Somebody asked, where do I see myself in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years? I used to think that far in advance. And as crazy as it sounds, when I got sick, I tried to make it day to day. And I tried to make each day as the best I could make it. Because you never know what can happen the next day. I lost both of my parents from cancer very quickly. I just try to live every single day that I have to the fullest. I try, other than wanting to be alive for the next 1, 5, and 10 years, I try to not think about, I think about the future, but I try not to put too much into it because I don't want to let myself down. I just want to live every single day the best that I can. I know that may not be a typical answer where some people have goals, and I am not knocking that, but for me, in my experience that I've had, I just try to worry about the day that I am currently living in and make it as best as I can. question about our animals. I lovingly refer to it as our zoo. We have 2 dogs, 3 cats. We have Lizzie, who is a 180-pound English Mastiff. We have Frank, who Aaron found on the side of the road. He is an 80-pound Great Pyrenees. And we have 3 cats. 2 of them were mine, and then 1 is Phantom's that I gifted him for his birthday. My older cat, his name is Gree, or it's Gree, which means good juju, good vibes, and Caribbean soul. Zari, which is my female tortie cat. She is very sassy. We have Rusty, which many of you have seen if you follow my Instagram. He is Danny's orange cat who lives up to the orange cat name. He is absolutely batshit crazy. But yeah, I do feed the animals outside. We have a lot of cats. We kind of live in the middle of nowhere. We have a lot of cats that come by. We have raccoons, we have possums, we have 2 skunks. I have named everybody lovingly. If you come to my house to eat, you get a name. So I lovingly feed everybody outside that comes to my front porch. I'm sure some of you have seen the videos that I've posted as well of our possums, our raccoons, tens of cats that we have outside as well. So I think that kind of wraps up my Q&A video. I hope that gave you a little more insight as to who I am and the things that I do and where I have grown up from. If you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to do another video, so please feel free to drop them in the comments below. But once again, I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. You got to spend it with family. You got everything that you asked for. And I hope you guys have a wonderful new year and make 2026 whatever you want it to be.